Morning, folks. I'm here at the Moruga Beach Facility, Grand Chimay. Just a little caution, note of advice, information. If you're coming to bathe on the beach, please avoid having to come into this river to bathe, and especially in this area here. Better you bathe across by the cemetery in front. On Sunday gone, me and two other guys had to end up rescuing a woman from on the other side with 3 children, 2 women and 3 children. They had no idea that the tide was so high, and they went across on the other side. They went across on that side, and they were attempting to cross here, and the water was almost neck height. See this coconut tree here? Thank God for this coconut tree. They were able to rescue them. They couldn't go back on that side because the tide was jamming on that side, and they couldn't cross to go up there because they didn't know how to get out on that side. But thankfully, I saw what was taking place, and I alerted 2 other guys, and they got involved. And everybody watching, people had no idea what was taking place, how serious the current is here. So please, if you come into the Moruga Beach in this area here, avoid having to come into the river. This river is very deep, and it has become dangerous. Avoid having to come into the river here when you see the tide coming up. If it's a low tide, it's alright. But if you're going across, you have to time the tide. So be very careful. Be very, very careful. We have no lifeguards here. Trying to encourage the corporation to come across with the excavator and burst the river on that side to get the water out, so that we'd avoid this lake that has been created here. So, calling on the councillor and the corporation to see if we could get the excavator to come once more to burst the river on that side, to get it to come out and flow into the sea, and to avoid somebody drowning here. Because this is a hazard waiting to happen. Please, avoid having to come into the river here to bathe if you know the tide is coming up. This is very dangerous, especially this area here. This area, very dangerous. Avoid having to come into the river. And the current is pushing, Current is pushing, and current was coming up at the time. Current was coming up, and current is going down now. And look how the water is crossing the tree. Back then, when the current was coming up, the water was just touching the tree, and it was so high and dangerous. You could imagine when the current is at full blast. So be very careful. This is Grand Chimay at the beach facility.